I had a conversation with the ship. It was just like floating there, and it was completely clear, but it had 3 lights on each tip. The ship came about 10 feet from my window. I knew immediately it was very old, that we had been friends for a long time. They just wanted to visit me, and I told them I could handle more, you know? I told them, like, I'm not scared, even though there was a piece of me that was scared, you know, and I'm sure they could feel that a little bit, but I was more interested than I was scared. My name is Dylan Tinnerstedt, and I'm an extraterrestrial contactee. Okay, can we start over? So for me, it was just awesome to have that experience, but it all began by seeing a UFO on Father's Day of the year 2020. It was a blinking red and blue ship, and all my friends and I were outside. We watched it for about 10-20 minutes, and then no one really said anything after that except me, who every hair on my body was raised, and I just knew for some reason that ship was outside for me. It was, who's on this ship? Who's operating this ship? Why are they here? You know, this is exciting. But for everybody else, they just wanted to go home and didn't want to talk about it. So the next morning I woke up and I decided to jump on YouTube and see if anybody else got this ship on camera. Turns out this ship was all over the planet. It was in Denver previously to being in Omaha. I found it in all these different countries, like hours apart. People were filming this blinking red and blue ship. And I was like, okay, awesome. So I wasn't the only one who saw the ship. In fact, there may have been more. Fast forward a few weeks later, and I start seeing orange orbs in the sky. These orbs were interactive with me, and so for about 3 nights, I returned to the window to have this contact with this orb, and it started with 1 orange orb, and then eventually there was about 10 orange orbs in the sky. What was really interesting is these tiny, they almost look like metal balls, were like floating, and it almost looked like these orange orbs were controlling them as they were moving around, and they were almost like formed a question mark. And I was like, well, what's the question? The 4th night, the orange orb is back, but this time there is a triangle that is moving towards my window. And it was almost like widgeting in and out of like a different dimension. And it was completely clear, but it had 3 lights on each tip. Anyways, this ship came about 10 feet from my window. I knew immediately it was very old. So whatever, if this ship was organic or if the beings on it were super old, I knew that we had been friends for a long time and that there was different agendas being played out on the planet, and that they just wanted to visit me and just to kind of give me a check-in, and also we are real in case you didn't figure out from all your other experiences. At sunrise, the ship flew away, and that was that. The feeling of this contact was something I felt I had been waiting for this whole lifetime, and I felt really honored and completely in tune with who I really was. Why some people in humanity are having contact at this time is to raise the frequency of the collective consciousness. This enhances and expands awareness, and so they start making subtle hints, drop-ins, contact, telepathically, physically, even energetically. You really have to go deep within yourself and find this resonance that matches your star family. It's something that's in everybody, and we all have it, and you just have to really drop into your heart and being honest with yourself and finding this place of love, and then that's when things start happening.